This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Always a pleasure to be along the coast of Maine, Lighthouse Point to be exact. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA.
Golf course for a start, Rich. This golf course just under 7,700 yards. So it's one of the longest ones you'll play. And, of course, the cliffs, that's why it's called this, they certainly are in play. There is one double green out there. That's the 10th and the 13th hole. They share the same green. Lots of great design features, and you've got it on a prime day in great condition. So enjoy the round and make sure you feast on the vistas as well.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Now playing the second here at the par 4. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. That was not a very good read right there. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Even par early on. Now at the second here at Lighthouse Point, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. But it's such a difficult par 3. Anything on the green would be good here.
And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Still even par for the day. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3. And now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
So he's in the fairway bunker. Frank, what's the key here on this shot?
Sometimes take a little bit more club, but it still gets down to contact. Any little bit of sand gets between the ball and the club face, you will lose 10, 15, 20 yards.
Given the choice, most players would rather play from the green grass versus the white sand.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and take that much more out of that fairway bunker. Couldn't reach the green. It's a smart play.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Just a beautiful approach shot. Has the putt, and now at -1. Fourth hole, looking for a quality start. It's 411 yards and a par 4.
No fairway bunkers or bunkers really to contend with here. Cliffs to the left and also water on that side. But one of the wider fairways on this front side, made up for by a very small green.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole from that spot.
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
Wow, I thought he made that.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a little tap in here. So with that, the score is now at even par. Now at the fifth here at Lighthouse Point, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
When you stand on this tee, Rich, you don't see any fairway bunkers, but be careful. It can certainly fool you. The goal really with the Cliffs course is to... Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Long, just met longer.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards. Now at the 6th hole, it's a par 3, just under 200 yards. Where's the challenge here, Frank?
Well, you've got to love that bunker on the left side, Rich, especially because it's shaped like a letter L. You've got to fly that. Green's not too deep. So really the challenge is trying to flight that ball in amongst the breeze should it kick up.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
That is a cross-country putt right there.
Up and over the ridge. That's a seagull.
Par 4 7th here at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards. Frank, are you unhappy if you walk out of here with anything other than a birdie?
I think we'll see all sorts of different scores here, Rich. If you hit the fairway, then obviously you're definitely going to be looking at birdie. But you stray or hit the wrong club off the tee, that's really what this hole's about. It's about club selection. You could hit a multitude of clubs off this tee.
Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Another par 3. We're at the 8th. It is only 165 yards. About 145 yards left here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Pretty good shot right there. Settles in over the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Now to the par 5 ninth. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult three-shotter than what you were anticipating. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, I have to say I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
I agree. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the round plays out.
Might go deep here into red numbers.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
Really has a feel on these greens. That is another birdie. This is impressive. Setting up to start the back 9 here. And if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Pretty good shot, Frank, just inside of 20 feet.
Yeah, 19 feet is what we're hearing. That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Locked in on the read and the speed. -3 now for the round. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
And setting up here in the rough. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Moving on to the 12th hole now. Par 4, 439 yards. Yet again, in the bunker off the tee. Frank, what are the problems posed with a fairway bunker shot?
He's got to hit it nearly perfect, Rich, because the bunker's going to magnify any mistake he makes. This is where you really have to focus on great contact. Well, when you can't reach the green out of a fairway bunker, do the next best thing. That's put the ball in play. That's exactly what we just saw.
Smart shot.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Good solid work right there, and stays at 4 under. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
And this will be a 5-daddy. Par 3, 14th, headed over Lake Zimmer. Old man Zimmer was a legend in these parts here in Maine at Lighthouse Point. All you want here, Frank, at 240 yards. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14th. Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. 3 under on the day. 15th hole, and Frank, a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand, left, and that little pot bunker. He goes after it like he is here. That ball just took off the face.
Good contact, good result. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Oh, get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
This is good stuff right here. You just sit back and enjoy it. 7 birdies now on the round. Time to make a move. The closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Yeah, that was a little overambitious.
He'll need to be strong with this. And he's made the green. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And he makes it for par. 17th hole is another par 5, 613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Only the longest hitters can get here in 2. It's 2 big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway. So if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch. And really great opportunity to get one back off the scorecard.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Now his third, staring right at the green. seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Are you for real?
It was terrible.
Normally you'd be happy to take two from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss at your tee shot. But a good tee shot. Let's talk positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway. Just going to leave you a short iron and an excellent chance to finish with another birdie.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself it is an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Finished the round with a 67. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament